What's up, guys? Welcome back to another podcast, man. I got a special guest. Some of you might know him, some of you might not know him. But today we finna find out some things about him, though. See what he all about, man. Welcome to the podcast, big dog.
What's up, man? I appreciate you. Thank you for letting me have it.
Man, so, all right, before we get started, let's talk about it. What is it that you do, and why should we get to know you? Because, I mean, are you going to be an asset or are you a liability to people?
Oh, no, I'm an asset for sure. So what I do is I help people get access to capital to start and grow businesses. But not only that, I know every part of the process that it takes to get to the level that you really want to be on when it comes to business. So I'll fix the personal credit. I'll structure it right. I'll fix your business profile up. I'll structure that right as well. And then I get you the money that you need to invest. But not only that, I also can show you exactly where to put it at in business. So that way you're not taking money and you're using it in the wrong places so that you don't buy liabilities, but you actually get assets.
Okay, look, guys, he's talking a little spicy so far, though. We talking a little spicy. All right, so I have a ton of questions I'm about to ask you, though.
Yeah.
But you know, this is we start out with our fire chat round, though. So I'm gonna ask you some questions. I want to kind of get your response to see where your mind at, though.
Yeah.
All right. So first fire round is this. I'm gonna say acronym.
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you what the acronym means to me, and then you tell me what it means to you.
All right.
All right. The first acronym is POUR. The acronym is passing over opportunity repeatedly. What do it mean to you?
That's the same thing for me, man. Poor people always pass over opportunities because they're so skeptical. But when the rich people are willing to take so much risk to become who they want to become, the poor people are passing it over and wondering why they never become rich.
Ooh, I like that. The next one is money. Acronym: momentarily owned, not externally yours. So what do money mean to you?
That's a big one, man. I actually never thought about that one. So I would say money would be like a tool, man. I don't know. I wouldn't have an acronym for that one. That's a good one though.
Momentarily owned.
Tool. Yeah, money is a tool for sure. Like you have to be like a carpenter with a tool belt, and every carpenter has multiple different tools on their tool belt.
I got it.
Credit is one, money is another.
Which means hope. The acronym is help other people excel. What do hope mean to you?
Well, you got some good ones.
I got some good ones.
You got some good ones. Let me see.
What do hope mean to you? Hope. So let me tell you what it means to me. Hope means HOPE. Once you help enough people get what they want out of life, you're going to get what you want out of life.
For sure. Right? 100%. Yeah.
So when I tell you the acronym HOPE, when Marie say it again, just tell me what your spirit saying it means to you. HOPE, help other people excel.
Yeah.
What do it mean to you? What do it mean to you?
So hope to me, man, I think it means like, hope is a lot of different things, especially coming from where I come from. We don't have a place to put our hope into.
Got you.
All we see is what we need to see is somebody that's actually being successful that look
like us. That's true.
That's hope for me. So I got to be that person that actually bring people from where they are to where they want to be, because that's how I was too. I didn't have no hope.
You didn't have no guidance?
I didn't have no guidance. So I got to be that to somebody else.
Got you. All right. The next acronym is this. All right. Here's the next acronym. The next acronym is denial. The acronym means...
Got a word for that?
Yeah. Don't even notice I am lying. What do denial mean to you?
Yeah, that's powerful, man, because a lot of times, like I was just telling someone else, we get in our own ways. We're not really sure that we always think we don't have enough when we really have everything we need. So we procrastinate so much and getting different courses and things like that. When really we still got everything we already need. It's just in us, and we procrastinate on getting it done. Like we lie to ourselves thinking that we're not enough. We lie to ourselves thinking that we don't know everything that we need to know. But we know it.
That's true.
That's all it is.
That's true. And I think I think that's important, because a lot of times we don't understand how important it is for us to be connected to the right people.
Yeah.
So imagine if God made you a plug in life, and he told you every 5 minutes you have to be plugged up to something. And whatever you plugged up to is going to give you the source back.
Yeah.
So how many people would you stay plugged into that ain't giving you no energy back?
You gotta cut a lot of people out of it.
You gotta cut them out.
You really gotta audit your circle at that point.
You better audit your circle, dog. Yeah. So that's what's important. The next acronym is RICH.
Okay.
Residual income creates happiness. What do it mean to you?
Yeah, rich for me, I think of freedom. There's rich and wealthy, but a lot of times we focus on being wealthy, but never realize like you can also get rich at the same time and be wealthy. So a lot of people put rich and wealthy in two different categories, but I feel like if you can be rich, and I say that because my name is Rich. People call me Rich all the time. I'm always thinking about it.
Come on.
So you can be rich, you can be wealthy, but sometimes you gotta get rich first to be wealthy, if that makes sense.
I love that. Faith. That's an acronym for faith. For anything, I trust him. What do that mean to you?
Oh, yeah. You say him. You gotta put a capital H on that him.
Capital H.
Put an H on that him. Yeah, man, because without God, nothing is possible.
Ooh, come on, talk it.
Without God, nothing is possible, man. I remember when I was younger, I always used to be the person that I would always try to follow people to church and stuff like that. I was just definitely not like trying to experience God for myself.
I got you.
Like, I'm not reading the Bible.
I got you.
But I know somebody is like looking at me, trying to help me to get through where I'm trying to be.
Come on.
So when you put him, you got to put that capital H on that, because it was only nothing but him that got me to where I am now and to where I'm trying to go.
Oh, I love that. All right, so listen, there's 2 words I'm about to tell you. Tell me, to be successful, do you need both of them or you need none of them? Number 1, the first 2 words, confidence and cockiness. Do you need both or you need none?
Nah, you just need the confidence, man.
You sure? Are you sure?
Okay. Say the 2 again.
Confidence and cockiness.
Okay.
Because some of your greatest athletes, you got to have some kind of cockiness about you. So I'm asking you, do you need both or not?
I would say you just need the one.
Okay. But why?
Now, the reason why I say that is because when you think about the wealthiest people on earth,
okay,
who owns diamond mines? You don't even know.
That's true.
You don't need to know. They don't have to be cocky. You got the money, you don't even know who they are.
Got you.
But cockiness comes whenever, you're cocky when you're around other people, so other people can see you and things like that. Like cockiness can also be perceived as like a arrogance and stuff like that.
But I kind of disagree, because I'm telling you right now, this humility, this humbleness. Ain't no way I could ever became job free if I would stay humble. Ain't no way I could ever been who I am today. If I couldn't get this studio. I couldn't make $100,000 a month. I could never get there.
I think it depends on the industry, though.
Okay. I got you.
That's what I'm saying.
I got you.
You definitely need it in certain aspects.
Okay, I got you.
Credit, you need it. And in wrestling and boxing and stuff, you need it.
I got you.
But in some industries, you might not need it.
Okay, I got you.
Need that confidence to get out there and get going.
All right, so which one more important? Your passion or your purpose, or do you need both?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
You can need both. You can need both, though.
You definitely need both.
Okay.
I will put the purpose first, and it's like, what do you purpose to do? Because a lot of times people focus on making money, but making money is not the end goal. When I think about making money, I'm like, who can I help? I'm always thinking, like, I'm going through so many different things in my head right now. I'm like, I want to help so many people. So many things. Like, my goal right now, I want to buy a car every single month, a brand new car, and give it to somebody who doesn't have it, who can't afford to get it.
I got you.
I remember when I first got laid off from the oil field, I had to move in with my mother-in-law. My family had to move in, and I'm like, I'm not making no money right now. I'm trying to start my business up, and we walking around, catching the bus to bring the kids to school. I'm like, man, if somebody would bless me with a car, So I want to be that person that can go out and help other people, and I'm not putting it on social media. I just want to do it for other people and help out. You know what I mean?
I like that. I like that mindset.
Yeah, the purpose is important, but the passion to actually, like, I put the passion as far as I think about the family.
Okay.
So my family.
Okay.
I got to make sure that my family is situated. Like I said, I got laid off. It wasn't good. I wasn't making no money. I started working for $15 a day to try to take care of my family, because as a man, I'm gonna do whatever I got to do to take care of the family. But now I'm passionate about that. I'm passionate about helping people too.
I got that. Yeah. All right. So which one more important? Do you need both or not? Do you need motivation or do you need money? You gotta see which one's more important.
That's a tough one.
I think you need both.
Yeah, I think you need both. I think they go hand in hand for sure.
Yeah.
Because if you're not motivated to get the money, you're never gonna have the money. But once you got the money, you're more motivated too.
Gotcha. All right, so take us down this lane. All right, I just heard a story. All right, sound like a sob story. Okay, but we're gonna get past that.
No.
Because because where you at today, you needed that moment.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times people forget that we have to go through the struggle to have the moment. You know what I'm saying? So take us down this, when you got that aha moment to start doing business funding and all that. When was that aha moment?
So look, I'm working in the oil field at the time. I'm used to be a supervisor. I'm running the jobs and things like that. But the owner of the company will come to the jobs with us.
Okay.
Now at the job site, I have my people. I'm managing like 12 people sometimes on these jobs.
Okay.
The owners at the hotel with us, and me and this guy walk up to me and we're like, "Hey man," we joking. We're like, "Hey man, we think about starting this business. You want to invest with us?" The man looked at us. He smiled and he said, "Good luck with that. I know how much money I pay y'all. It'll take y'all forever to start a business." At that point, I was like, "Okay, I'm making money, but this is not." He know he he's paying us enough to make sure we come back and make him more money.
All right, so that's my other acronym I missed is the JOB. It stands for Journey of the Broke or Just Over Bills.
Yeah,
all right,
just over bills. That's right for sure.
But it's the mindset. So that was that moment that it was you know what I'm saying? That's when it clicked.
I always knew I wanted to be successful. I always knew I had it in me, but I never was forced to be put in that position to do it. So when I was forced before, I got a job.
Okay.
And when at that point, I'm like, every job I go to, people are trying to promote me. They're seeing something in me I'm not seeing. You know, so every single job I go to, everybody promotes me.
All right, so you going through this struggle in life, okay? You like, man, I'm trying to figure it out. You got no guidance because I ain't had no guidance.
Yeah.
When I started this in 2020, I opened up my studio right after the pandemic. People was like, man, I can't see it. But God shared something with me.
Yeah.
God said, I gave you the vision, not them. It's not for them to see.
Yeah.
So the minute somebody can see your vision, throw that hoe away.
It ain't big
Telling you right now, throw it away.
Enough.
So when I was explaining it to them, they couldn't see it. Now they like, oh, dog, you got all these people at your... They couldn't see what God, the vision God already had gave me, though. All right, so as you walking through these moments in life, what are some of the principles you want to leave? What are some of the things that when they have if I give you 3 sentences to talk about, what you want those 3 sentences to say in your bio if you land in your deathbed?
3 sentences to say. You got to take risk in life.
Okay, I like that.
Got to.
Come on.
3 sentences. You made it tough, man.
I made it tough. It ain't easy.
I got to condense this down. So you got to take a risk in life.
Okay.
Ooh,
we can just leave with that one there.
That's tough.
Let's leave with that
one.
one.
Good enough. That's good enough.
And the reason why I ask, I work with everything with 3s.
Yeah.
All right. My brand is Why Now Is Your Time.
Okay.
But I always tell people life, brand, legacy. All right. You should design the life you want, create the brand you deserve, but most importantly, leave your legacy. Die empty.
Yeah.
That means like all your goals and dreams and aspirations. Yeah. You leave this hoe, it's over with.
It's all over with.
I'm dying empty.
Yeah.
I'm working on my 2nd and 3rd book right now. I'm keep going.
Keep going.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I feel like God gave us a certain amount of potential, and we always die with not tapping into it.
That's good. That's good. So give us some quotes you live by. I want to know some of the quotes that you see or you live by.
Yeah. That's a
all right, let me give you mine.
All right. What you got?
I'd rather build a bank because they got to bring the bag to the bank. I'm building a bank.
Yeah.
So you chasing the bag while I'm already building the bank.
Yeah.
It's a different type of
the bag coming to you.
Perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a quote that I heard.
All right, here we go. That's what I want to hear. Let's go.
Is be, do, have.
Okay. So explain it.
Be who you're supposed to be.
Okay.
And do what you're supposed to do. Have what you're supposed to have. But you have to become the person. So that's what we talked about. The struggle. It's not a sob story. It's a journey where I was learning and growing to become who I need to be, so I can do the things I need to do and have the things I want to have.
I like that. I like that. And I'm gonna pull some stuff out of you today, though.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got some good ones already.
All right. So give us 2 books you think people should read so they can get their life moving forward.
Yeah. So I would say one book would be 9-Figure Mindset by Brandon Dawson. That's a good book.
Okay.
And then the other one will be like Rich Dad Poor Dad. That's the book that a lot of people need to read from the beginning, just because it gives you the basic concepts of what it is that you need to be doing to start build yourself a better life.
All right. So what chapter are you in your life? How old are you? If you don't mind me.
I'm 33.
You're 33.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're on chapter 33.
Chapter 33.
All right. So on chapter 18, how did it look compared to chapter 33?
Ooh, man, chapter 18, I was graduating school. I have no money. I did a podcast recently. They called me a couch warrior.
Okay.
I didn't have no money. I had no job, but my wife had a house. She was renting a house already. She had money already. Like I was on the couch. I tried to get a job. Nobody would hire me.
Gotcha.
So it wasn't like I was trying to, it was to a point where I would pray. The only thing I would pray for is like, I want a job.
I got you.
Like they were like, what you want for your birthday? I want a job.
That's it.
I want to make some money. That's yeah. So that was 18 for me.
All right. So from chapter 18 to chapter 33, that's 15 years. Give us some principles that you learned to get where you at today. At least 3 good principles.
All right, 3 good principles I learned. That. So, like I said before, so first I would say, scared money don't make no money.
All right.
Second, be who you're supposed to be. Okay. And then the other one will be like rich dad, poor dad.
So take risks.
Take risks.
Next.
Definitely got to take risks.
All right.
Invest in a mentor. You got to learn how to invest.
So every mentor that don't have a mentor, both of them students.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's go.
Nah, we're not dealing with him.
Okay, sure. Okay.
And the other thing would be have integrity. You got to have integrity in everything you do. Yeah, because a lot of people can do good in public, but what can you do behind the surface when nobody can see you? Are you doing what you're supposed to do when nobody else can see you?
See, integrity is important. So people always ask me, how did I build my studio the way it is? It's because before you got here, I was on 3 different calls today. These are $5,000-$10,000 calls of me closing different clients with products and just a lot of shit I got going on behind the scenes. But it comes from other people telling other people. The integrity part is huge.
Yeah.
It's huge because some of the people, they ain't got no damn integrity. I'm telling you.
Oh, no. Sure.
This is all about what I can get out of people versus what can I put inside of them so they can get something out of me.
Exactly.
It's a different type of mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
All right. So one thing I want to talk about a little bit, because I think it's important that people know, is like, how have your mind shifted over the last 10 years? Like, what are some of the things that you used to think about to the things you think about today? Like, how have your mind shifted?
Yeah, it's like I was telling my guy earlier, Jay Sean earlier. I feel like I have like an addictive personality. So understanding myself a little better, and realizing I used to be addicted to drugs, but I can easily be addicted to hard work. I can be addicted to taking care of the family. So that's one thing that I had to learn about myself. So really learning myself in the process was good because I never had time to do that mentally before when I was younger. So learning that now, that's what really helped me. That and understanding like God gave me everything I needed already. Like inside of me, He made my brain a sponge, just like everybody else. Like we can really learn a lot of these things to do. We just got to implement and do.
So why you think people are not implementing these goals? Because I deal with certain types of people. One thing I do like about our podcast studio is it gives us a chance to meet different ages. Yeah. So I'll meet the 23, 22, 21. Yeah. Then I'll meet the 60-year-old doing a pod. Like I meet a variety of people. Yeah. And I can kind of see like the age gaps on how people are thinking, all right? And so if you can go back and tell your 16-year-old self something that your life looked different today, what would it be?
I would say that my first thing would be getting a mentor. Okay. You got to have because I didn't have a father figure. I didn't have no structure. I didn't have no guidance. If I'd have had that from the beginning, I'd have been so much further along. Yeah, that's what I think.
All right. So I'm going to cross over. I got a lot more questions, but I'm gonna throw you the alley-hoop. Okay. What you want to ask me, dog? I'm 45, so let's talk about that. I'm 45, so I've been in the game. I've been getting money for a long time. Yeah. So go ahead.
If I ask you a question about like, what's the most, if you used to put one word as the most important word to you, what would it be? Like as far as, let's say I talked about integrity. So along that line.
Mindset. And the only reason why it's mindset is because the thing about mindset is, and why you see why people are lacking, because they don't have the proper mindset. And so to me, having some kind of cockiness about you, it creates a different type of mindset. You can believe you him, but if you're around a lot of sheeps, you could never be the GOAT. All right? So it's the mindset, bro. And so as I'm on chapter 45, all right? Wrote books, became super successful. I did all this stuff. Yeah. So now I'm at the age where my mind is thinking about what do I want my life to say at the end. Yeah. All right. And I'm not saying I'm gonna die soon. I'm just saying if I do, I did enough. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm good. But the problem is, I'm gonna ask you this question. If you was to die today, would you be satisfied with the things you've already done?
Definitely not. No, I feel like there's so many things. Even just the traveling. Okay. You gotta put so many things on earth that's beautiful. I ain't never even seen them.
Okay. So it's the traveling part.
The traveling part is important, but also like I haven't helped enough people yet either.
Okay.
I feel like I got a lot of people I can help for sure.
So what's your number? Because I got actually my number is to make at least 100 people a millionaire. All right. Through my own digital products. I have a community. It's called the Digitalpreneur Institute. We help a lot of people back there. Yeah. So I want to make 100 people millionaire and help 1,000 people become job free through their own information and products. Yeah. So that means that I want you to create a course. I want you to create a website. I want you to be something bigger than, because you got the juice, bro.
Correct.
You got the juice. Everybody has it, but they don't know how to structure and package it and sell that shit.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
People got to hustle. So for me, it's the same thing. The 100 millionaires. I definitely want to create 100 millionaires.
Okay.
But the way I think about it is, I think about freedom. So I want to get a whole bunch of people free.
Okay.
So freedom to me is to be able to do whatever you want, whenever you want, for however long you want, and buy whatever you want with whoever you want, without having no kind of restrictions.
But this the question, because I get this question a lot: is people disciplined enough to be free?
I don't think so.
That's a real question.
Yeah,
I wake up every day. I don't have to come here. You got to remember this. And I'm telling you this. I have digital products that I sell.
Yeah.
I do this studio because I love helping people. If I shut this motherfucker down tomorrow, I'm still good.
Still gonna make money.
Because we got a community. People pay $47 a month. I also helping people all around the world create websites, digital courses. So that doesn't really matter. So when you get to a certain level, money don't move you.
Correct.
The kind of car you drive don't move you.
Correct.
You on another level.
Yeah, because once you get the money that you want to get, it will never be enough. And that's why I mentioned the purpose earlier, because you got to be purposeful in what you want. Because eventually, like when I first started making money, I got lazy with it.
Okay.
Because you get comfortable. You get comfortable, you don't do nothing, you don't accomplish nothing. So you just sit. I just sat at home and just relax. Like, I got this money coming in, I'm good. So I feel like the purpose is important. So why are you making the money that you want to make? If I give it out, if I give more of it out, like I said, I want to buy a car every month. If I can give one car out a month, I'm losing. I mean, I'm not losing a lot of money, but I'm spending a lot of money instead of having to just stack it up and doing that.
All right, so have you heard the acronym WHY?
What you got?
What's hurting you? Because what's hurting you is what's fueling you to be great. So like, you want to help these single mothers, like you got to have something that's inside you that's burning. That's why I tell a 20-year-old nigga, you'll never outwork me. Telling you, I'm too smart. I didn't gain so much knowledge, and then me right now I'm studying AI. I'm studying it. I'm telling you, I could literally put my phone up, take a picture right now, and draw us in 3D, 2D, all that right now with AI. I'm not playing around. Matter of fact, let's do this real quick. Let me show you the example. So while we on here, I want to show you something. So we're gonna do this real quick. All right, here we go. Photo. Do this. I'm gonna just get you right here. Boom. I got you. All right. We're gonna continue the conversation. Keep asking me questions. Any more questions you ask me? I'll watch the 3D pop up in a minute.
Let me see. All right. What else I got for you, man?
What else you got? Talk to me.
So what's one of the most important books you read so far?
My own. I read a lot of books. I read over like 1,200 books. So every book I think is good, I will buy it.
Yeah.
But where I'm at today, I don't really read them. I listen to them. Because now I'm trying to pull something from them. I'm trying to study them. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't read the Think and Grow Rich, The Magic of Thinking Big. I mean, the list goes on. You know what I'm saying? Buy Back Your Time. You read that one yet? By Dan Martell?
I never heard of it.
I didn't read The Atomic Habits.
I heard,
When you start reading all these books, some of them the same.
Yeah.
So now, instead of reading, study them.
Yeah.
Study the principles that's inside of them. The problem is we are reading, but we're not studying. So it's like, I finished my next book. Did you understand what they just said?
Move on to the next one, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the power of it.
Yeah.
So hold on, I gotta keep going. All right. So I got another question. Well, let me tell you this quote. Let me tell you what it means. I wrote this quote down the other day. Here we go. Because I'm always writing quotes. Yeah. The name of my next book is How I Got to the Fucking Bag. Whether you like to tell it or not, it's on you, but that's how I got to the bag. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care what they talking about. I'm just different than most, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Trees don't hang around grass, even though they started from the same place.
Yeah, like we said, circle, man. That's important because a lot of times we try to hang out with the people that we grew up with, going for forever, but we're trying to do something different. A lot of times, like you was mentioning before, a lot of people are not going to see that in you, and they might try to drag you down. Like, hey, man, don't do that. Let's do this. Something like that. Or you have a whole bunch of potential, but they're like, don't go study. Let's do this instead. Let's go chill to the club. Let's go do the hookah lounge or something.
Come on.
But really, you should be locking in and you should be getting to work.
So let me ask you a question. When do you know it's time to let go of your friends? When do you know it's time?
For me, I know it's time when. So one thing that happened to me before, I had a guy I used to bring with me everywhere I go. I grew up with him, bring him everywhere I went with me, bring him out of town and things like that. So we're buying food, everything. I'm okay with it. No, don't ask me. Like, I got it. You know, because I'm making money and you're not making money yet. So
Come on.
we're gonna work together. You know, we game up together. But it got to a point where it's like you feel entitled to what I have. You know, I put the work in, and I'm okay with us doing it together. But I'm not entitled. Like, just because we go somewhere and you have money, don't mean I have to pay for you. You have money, you know. Why don't you buy me food sometime?
So
You know?
I realized when I had to cut my friends off
Yeah.
is when our conversation changed. They was talking about jobs. I'm talking about getting millions. We on two different types of conversations.
Yeah.
No disrespect, but man, I gotta let you go. We're looking like, baby.
Oh no.
What we looking like, baby?
Oh man, that's tight.
What we looking like, baby? So look, every day, I'm gonna tell y'all, every day, if you ain't doing this every day, yo, what's up, man? Talk to me. I need you. Hold on. If you ain't doing this every day, you're not making money. I'm telling you right now. Here we go. Come on. All right, so, all right, here we go. Yo, what up? How your day going?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you?
Man, I'm good. Listen, I'm on a podcast right now, and I'm having a conversation with a young man talking about business funding. Is there any questions I should ask him?
Absolutely. You could ask him about the biggest challenges businesses face when trying to secure funding, what types of funding options he recommends for small businesses, and any tips for improving a business's chances of getting approved.
All right, so every day, if you're not locked in with technology, you losing, bro.
You're losing for sure.
I'm locked in every day. I spend 2 to 3 hours with AI. It's important.
Yeah.
All right. So it can't take our jobs because I'm gonna implement it to make my job better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a tool.
So again, what are give us some strategies, some business tips on why people don't get funding.
So one of the biggest things is the personal credit profile. If the personal credit profile is not structured right, you will not be able to get money. It doesn't matter if you're making money in business. If you're trying to get the best type of funding possible, you got to have good personal credit as well.
All right. And then what's the lowest credit score somebody have to be able to get funded?
So a 680 will get you in the door. If you got at least a 680,
okay,
3 bureaus. So the thing about that is too, some banks only pull 1 bureau. So for instance, when I first started doing funding, like I mentioned, I got laid off. I first started doing funding when I only had 1 bureau clean. I had just my Equifax at a 680, got to a little 700.
Gotcha.
I got about 100K on that bureau. Just 1 bureau. So that's one of the big things.
So what are some of the other investments we should be investing in? Is it crypto? Is it like, what is the next thing we should be investing in? Are you not a crypto fan, or are you?
Yeah, I'm interested in it for sure because I see people like my guy Jay Shun. I see people that they can make $3,000 in a couple of minutes.
Okay.
You know, so trading stocks and things like that. So I'm definitely interested in, but I'm not into it yet.
I got it.
For me, it's the commercial real estate. That's what
So what do you see? Let's forecast the future a little bit. So what do you see that's ahead of us that's making people not successful?
Oh man, I believe it's the lack of connections. Like when you get to a certain level, it's connections that's going to help you to get to where you want to be at.
That's true.
You know, you can make a certain amount of money, but let's say you develop in real estate hypothetically. If you don't know somebody that's doing permits, it might be hard for sure. If you don't have no connections, then you know connections is currency. And the big thing right now is that a lot of people want rather be on social media instead of do face-to-face conversation. Rather text instead of talk. People handle all their business on social media instead of in person, so we can't really get to know each other.
Again, too, that's another thing that I learned too about podcasting. That's why I like it, because you get a chance to sit down with somebody, pick their mind, talk to them. They can ask you questions. They might don't know. Like, you don't really know me.
Yeah.
But now you know me.
Yeah, for sure.
And you're getting to know who I am. And so now it's like, damn, what this dude been?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what I'm saying? Like, man, I might need to stay connected to him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, that's the thing I learned with podcasting. Podcasting has helped me to make 6 figures continuously over the last 5 years. Just because of podcasting.
Yeah.
Because I invite people, I meet them, they see me, I see them, we connect. Before you know it, it's like, hey man, da 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 da, da, boom. And so that's what's more important. Any more questions you want to ask me? Because I still got like 15 more minutes.
No, I had a question I want to ask you.
Come on.
What was it? Losing it now. You mentioned go ahead.
No, go.
No, I was gonna say you mentioned the books. You read a lot of books. So how important is it to you to continuously educate yourself?
It's everything, bro.
Yeah.
And the reason why is I'm spending time with AI. I'm reading. So basically my car becomes a learning center.
Yeah.
I don't need the radio. For what?
Yeah.
I should be. Do you understand how the mind works? The mind, whatever you point into it every single day, is what's spitting out your mouth. And so it's important that you tell your kids, people mad at Deion Sanders. I'm kind of like, bro, Shador, to me, he ain't do nothing wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they want to, if you go to NFL.com and you see the first 3 pin posts, the Sanders family, some drafts, and then you see Cam Warren right there with crying. They want you to see the story. Yeah. Me personally, ain't nobody can control my destiny. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, people say, man, you can get blackballed. How? This whatever Shannon got going on, he's still on nightcap every night.
Yeah.
Because he created his own movement. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what's important though, is for every day you should be learning something new. Every day you should be writing, typing. You should be really pointing to yourself. Because at the end of the day, okay, so I'll have a question for you. So imagine if you die.
Yep.
And Instagram said, let's restart your profile with AI from post number 1.
Yeah.
What are your posts gonna say? If you go to my post, I'm talking shit. I'm like, hey, listen, go get this money, stop being broke.
Yeah.
Next post, I'm saying, hey man, look, your mindset suck. Change it. Like if I want people to come back the next 100, 200, 300, 500 years. Yeah. Like, man, whoever this dude was talking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was before his time though. Yeah. And I think that's what it's all about. It's like how you creating your social profile that can tell your story at the end of your life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Versus either you're gonna spend time doing this all day.
Yeah.
Or you gonna be like, I'm finna make this video, dog. What's up, baby? Hey, how y'all doing today? You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people spend their time consuming instead of distributing.
Yes.
Like they just sit down and be on there. Like I told someone earlier, like, go check your screen time on Instagram. How long have you been on the platform for? You're sitting down on the platform talking about you don't have no money. That's why you don't have money. You spend 4 hours on there instead of 4 hours learning or implementing.
Implementation is the goal to get to greatness, bro.
Correct.
So hold on, I got a couple more quotes. All right, here we go. I wrote them down the other day. I just be writing down quotes. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, the greatest thing I heard lately. One of my clients, he was like, man, every time I talk to you, you sound like somebody new. So that's saying that I'm growing.
Always learning, yeah.
I'm always learning. I'm always trying to drop some kind of gems. I'm always trying to, you know what I'm saying, give you a different perspective. All right, here we go. You probably heard this before. Poor people, they live what? Check to check. Rich people, they live what? Year to year. But people who got that generational money, they live in generation to generation. But they're only living that way because they understand the principles.
Yeah.
It's about the principles, bro.
See, I believe that's because they have the patience. A lot of people have patience. They have that microwave mentality.
I got you.
They want everything quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Come on.
That's not how things really work. You can get quick money, but it don't last. Or you can stack your money correctly and invest in the proper assets like we talked about at the beginning, and your money will last generations.
Man, next one. I wrote this down too. It said, it costs me too much to have conversations with the wrong people.
That's a good one.
Period.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I tell people all the time, don't. I hate this. I don't know about you. I hate it. Yeah. Hey man, they ask you a question on Facebook when they should be paying for that question.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I hate that.
100%. They won't ask. They won't pay for it because they're scared to invest in themselves. Like, if the information can change your life, why not pay for it? The person that doesn't want to pay for a life change is probably not gonna have a life change.
So usually, if people come to my studio, they have to pay a price unless they're on my podcast.
Yeah.
I had a dude that said, man, I need to come to your studio. I want to see what you're doing. Copy paste. $175 for 30 minutes. He's like, I mean, He paid that invoice.
I pay it. Yeah, you gotta pay.
And he got over here and we chopped it up. And he was like, man, that's one of the best investments he made because I gave him what I knew he was looking for.
Yeah.
And so me,
help him go to the next
yeah. So when you know your value, bro, I'm telling you right now, your no become greater than your yeses. Yo, no. Like some people I don't even want to work with. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm like, I don't need that money. Bye.
Now my team the same way. My team the same way. Like we'll get on sales calls and I'm like, pay attention to this person. If they try to negotiate prices too much and we're like, no,
bye.
Probably not the type of client we want to work with. So tell them, look, I don't think you're a good fit to work with us. We'll turn down money all the time.
Let's talk about your Instagram. All right, I like it. I love it. Yeah. And I love it. The reason why, because I like the way the videos are. They're structured. It's telling the story. So what made you get into that style of video?
Oh, man, it's... So I used to do a lot of educational videos.
Okay.
But a lot of people don't like to be educated. They like to be entertained.
Yes.
So I try to mix in the education with the entertainment at the same time because I want people to get the information. But if I just put the education, they're not going to receive it.
That's true.
So I got to give it to them in bits and pieces, but in a way that they're going to digest because I still want them to get it. So that's what really got me into it.
I like that. So what happens when social media cut our followers off? Do it make people respect your content more? Because it seems like you can have a lot of followers, and people like, oh shit, I need to follow them. Yeah, they don't be talking about nothing. We don't know if they bought them followers.
Yeah, exactly.
We have no clue if they bought the followers.
I had an instance where this happened before. So I'm at this event. I'm the only one at the event with a videographer. So some people stop me and they're like, hey man, you got this videographer. You must be big time. There's 3 girls right there. So while I'm talking to them, one of them left. She disappeared. She went to the back. She came back. She's like, hey, man, he's all good. I just checked him out on Instagram. Like, bruh, just because I got Instagram followers don't mean I'm all good. That don't mean I'm legit.
Yeah, it's true.
I could have bought that.
That's true.
There's so many people right now who have a big following that are lying. They don't know what they're doing.
They lying.
They don't know what they're doing.
They lying.
Just taking people money and just...
So one of my sayings I always say, and I put it in my book too, it says that I'd rather have... 1,000 paying clients than 1 million followers. All right? The problem is people want all these followers, but when I go to your page, I don't see no engagement. I'm like, what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, the followers don't matter.
Correct.
It's the offers.
Yeah.
What offers do you got, bro? I got some offers. Every time I got some shit. Yeah. And sometimes I create offers from scratch because people ask me something I know the answer to, and I'm like, damn. I just tell my wife, boom.
You thought about it, somebody else thought about it too.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm going to tell you this, bro. How I became job free, and I like to tell this story real quick. Yeah. My wife allowed me to walk away from the railroad. So the one you seen back, that's my wife. Yeah. She said, walk away from the railroad, I got us. I was scared though.
Yeah, for sure.
Making money, I'm like, but it was the greatest thing I ever did though. All right. So she believed in me enough for me to walk away. Now she job free. But it took somebody to take a risk. Correct. Somebody got to jump out there.
Somebody got to do something different. It's the same story for me pretty much, man. Like I mentioned, I got laid off. At that time, my wife had just finished school. She was the one working. I got laid off. So she taking care of us again, but she held it down. Just like at the beginning, because she knew, just like everybody else, they saw something in me. I retired my wife years ago. She don't have to work. She don't have to work. If she want to, she can, but she retired now.
I love it. Yeah. All right, so we finna close out, man. So got about 4 more questions. This is a tough question I'm about to ask you though.
Oh, tougher than the other?
It's tough. Pressure. It's tough, man. So if you had 3 days to live, what are the things you about to do in the next 3 days?
I'm probably going to spend all my time with my children. I'm going to pour into them as much as I can. You know, I try to pour into them now. I got a 1-year-old son and a 4-year-old daughter, 17-year-old son, 15-year-old daughter too. So I'm spending all my time with them. I'm pouring into them. Once I'm gone, that information that I instilled in them, that's still going to be here.
I love it. Yeah. Also, you about to die in 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
5 minutes. You got one tweet we can send the world that's going to change their life.
One tweet.
One tweet. And we're gonna use this host for every time somebody see your profile, we're gonna use this quote, this tweet. Yeah. What is it gonna be?
That's a tough one, man. You put me on the spot. I think it would be something like Don't worry about what people say. Do what you're gonna do anyway.
I love it. I love it. I love it. No, I'm asking that because
regardless.
Yeah, this is a real question.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of people don't want to talk about debt. That's why I tell people all the time. I asked that question earlier about if you die today, you feel like you did enough. The problem is it's never gonna be enough.
Nah, never.
But you got to be knowing that you did, like me. I got a lot of people in my pipeline I'm helping.
Yeah.
And I already helped, and people didn't. It's crazy. Yeah. But I'm like, it's never gonna be enough because my ambition is too strong. I'm gonna be 90 still trying to shake deals.
Exactly. It's like it's not about the money. It's about it's about the impact.
Yeah.
So I don't mind doing it. I could do it forever because it's not like the money. I definitely want to make some money, but I do like I like the process too. I guess that's the passion.
So if a 18-year-old kid come to you and be like, man, look, what is some things I should do right now?
Right now.
So I can get the correct business funding in the next 4 to 5 years.
Okay.
What's your answer?
Yeah, so if he's going to get funding, he needs to structure that personal credit profile right.
Okay.
So to add about 8 to 10 accounts on his credit.
Okay.
18 years old, he brand new with credit, so you need to add some stuff on there, get some personal credit cards. This quick tip, whenever you get a personal credit card, even if it's low, don't cut it off. Because what you want to do is you want to max it out, but you have a due date and a statement date.
Gotcha.
So when you due date, you pay it off completely before it states.
Gotcha.
So although you used it all, when the utilization is 100% up and it states, your credit scores go down. But if you pay it off before your statement date, meaning that on the date it states, it's going to tell the bureaus this is what your balance is. So you pay it down before that. So now your credit score doesn't go down.
Gotcha.
Also, it lets the bank that you with know that you're being responsible with the money. You gave you $300 and you paid it off fast. So now they can give you more money because you're responsible.
So do you? I don't know. I like to ask you guys this question.
Yeah.
Do you believe in Dave Ramsey principles?
Nah, not really. No, I'm not. No.
The envelope system and the debt snowball. I'm just saying.
No, you see, what works for him, but that's not.
I got you.
I would rather get $1 billion in debt and get $10 billion in real estate.
Yes.
With that debt.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna have a lot of debt to pay off, but I got a lot of money coming in from that.
Yeah.
A lot of appreciation, a lot of assets. You know what I mean? So
all right, so I'm gonna throw you another question, man, before we get off of here. Any more questions you want to ask me, man? Any more questions?
I had a question for you.
Come on.
But let's go with your last one first.
Huh?
Let's go with your question first.
All right. So my question is, in the next 5 years, what are your life gonna look like different as today?
The next 5 years, I'm gonna be developing real estate. My goal right now is to develop custom homes.
Okay.
Maybe $1 million houses to $2.5 million houses and sell. Just because when I was younger, I wanted to be an architect.
Okay.
Although I didn't go to school for that, I still got into real estate as well. And I still like to design things. Like I don't even like to walk into a house unless it looks a certain way. Just like that's my pastime. My favorite pastime is like walking through expensive houses.
Yeah, one of my clients is the #1 black architect right now in Houston, Garland Harris. You know?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, it's called this morning. Matter of fact, he gonna be here in the morning. His profile is called
not the hip hop architect.
No, not him. The neighborhood developer.
Yeah, I think I've seen him before.
Yeah, so you see their podcast, $1 million worth of real estate.
Okay.
I produced their podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's like I said, we got some motion in this. Hey, stop playing, man.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? All right, so that's the question for me. Oh, you don't got none. You done?
No, I think we good.
We good.
Yeah,
Hey, man, listen. I want to say thank you for coming on the podcast, though. I mean, was it what you thought it was gonna be?
Oh, it was way more. It was way more than I thought it would be.
Yeah, man.
The questions is definitely challenging. Like, it's not the questions I'm used to. The acronyms, I'm like, I never heard some of that before. So it's definitely informative too.
Yeah,
to learn.
Because I got a stack of 77 acronyms, a stack of cards coming out. And it's 77 acronyms. One side is the acronym, and the other side is the mindset of the acronym.
I'm buying it.
Yeah, so
my children.
Hey, man, listen, man. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. Like I always tell you guys, man, go out and design the life you want, create the brand you deserve, but most importantly, leave your legacy. You gotta die empty because too many dreams going to the grave. Make sure you ain't one of them.